join me in prayer? Dear Heavenly Father, first we just come before you, thanking you, Lord, for taking each one of us into a new year. And God, so many times at this time of the year, we focus on things from last year and reevaluate things and look forward, God, with new vision and how we might want to change some things. So, Lord, as we come together as a city council, I just pray, God, that you work in each one of our hearts, Lord. Guide us, direct us. God, give us discernment. Help us to always remember, because I feel like you've done a great job of putting the residents first in every decision that's been made. But God, just help keep us focused. Help us be able to work together, Lord. And even when we do have disagreements, Lord, just continue to allow us to be respectful of each other and to walk away from the table being able to work together as a team. We thank you for all the blessings that you've given to the city over the past year. We just ask, God, that you continue to bless us as we go into 2023 and help each one of us to thrive. It's in your precious name that we pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a badge pinning ceremony for Richmond Police Department Sergeant Owen Correa, and that will be led by Captain Potts. Captain Potts, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, sir. Mr. Mayor, City Council, thanks for letting us do this in front of everybody today. We just promoted one of our new sergeants recently to sergeant from officer, Spencer Owen Graham. He was born and raised here in Richmond Hill. Graduated from the original high school back in 2011. Since then, he's acquired his bachelor's and his master's degree in criminal justice, and also has a postgraduate degree from or postgraduate certificate for cybercrime. So he's a big asset to the police department in the city. He's also local. Spencer Owen Graham, please come on up. He's been with us for about 3 years now. He's done a lot of work with the police department already. He's a member of our SWAT team. He's an influencer, and for me, leadership can be summed up in one word, and that's just influence. And Owen influences others, and that's why he's selected. He's accompanied by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Graham, and his girlfriend, Caitlin Moore, who's going to come forward and conduct the fitting ceremony, the badge fitting ceremony. Congratulations, Sergeant Graham.
Thank you, Sergeant Graham, and to all the police for what you provide for our department. Usually, we give you time, a few minutes to step on out. At this point, we realize some of you probably need to get back on shift. So thank you. Over here to celebrate. Council, next on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Is there a motion? Scholars, is there a second? Second by Councilman Potts. All in favor? Motion carries. Next up is the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent? Make a motion to approve. This motion to approve by Councilmember Fussell. Is there a second? Second by Councilmember George. All in favor? Motion carries. Planning and zoning, Director Randy Douglas.
Good evening. So the first item we have is for the Board of Zoning Appeals.
We are now in a public hearing for Board of Zoning Appeals.
We've got a petition that's been filed with the City of Richmond Hill by Jose Torres with Imaging Solutions USA on behalf of Chevron, requesting a variance to Article 16, Section 16.12 of the Unified Development Ordinance on approved sign colors in an overlay district. Property is zoned C1 General Commercial District and is located at 2476 Highway 17, map and parcel 0531-016. So in your packet, you'll see the application, you'll see in the variance application, they listed the reasons why they feel the variance should be approved. You'll see a location map. This is the old Harrison's gas station. It's been recently converted to Chevron. And then you'll see the section from the UDO for the requirements in the overlay districts. And so back when we put the overlay districts together, the Architectural Review Board chose a color palette for signage. And in that color palette, there's not this blue color that's allowed that the Chevron wants to use on their pricing signage. We've run into this one other time, not with a gas station, but with the First Baptist Church wanted to use the same blue color in their new sign. And when you go by there, you'll see the only place they're allowed to use it is in their official logo. They had some other areas they wanted to, and ARB had them change it to black. So in the package, you'll see the current existing pole sign that's out there. And the pricing for the regular gas is kind of in a burgundy red color, which is an allowed color. And they would like to change that to their Chevron blue color. So when they initially talked to us about it, we told them obviously that color wasn't allowed, and that possibly if we looked at maybe bringing the current sign into compliance with our new rules, that maybe y'all would consider looking at the blue. And so they sent us, and you'll see it in your packet, they sent us a rendering of a Chevron's monument sign. And it has their blue for the gas pricing and then green for diesel. And then before they proceeded, after a few weeks, they changed their mind and said, no, we just want to go for a variance to change the existing pole sign to the blue. And then also in your package, you'll see a picture of a Chevron monument sign. It's a newer one that's down on Highway 17 across from and so like if they were to build a gas station today in that area, that's the type of sign that would be on the sign they have now. It's a legal non-conforming sign. So they're here today before you petitioning to use their blue in that current sign.
Is there anyone here to speak for or against this variance request?
Jose Torres,
If you
for.
please approach the podium and give us your name.
Good evening, everyone. Jose Torres. I represent the owner of the store, the installer, and Chevron. Basically, what we're looking for is to keep something that people can recognize the brand as Chevron. Right now, as we've done the store, everything is painted white, conforming to local ordinance. But just like with any other brand, the logo is most important, right? So we want to, the way the sign is right now, we don't want to make it any bigger, any smaller, or anything like that. What we want to do is change the panel that we have right now and put the LEDs that are white, which are less intrusive, more visible at night, not bright per se. But our goal overall is brand recognition. The store right now is not doing as much sales as it normally should be. And both Chevron and owner believe that is due to brand recognition. Chevron's as a whole, they're known for their blue red logo. They're known for the colors. People know when gravitate to those stores. And, that's what we simply are looking for. Now, having said that, we try, as a seller, for the permits, we try to conform and go to the monument sign. But I work for Chevron Red, they said that we had to push the existing sign. So that's what we're here. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else to speak for or against this variance request? Hearing none, I hereby close the public hearing. We are back into our city council meeting for council to now consider the variance request. Council, do you have any questions?
I have a couple questions. Mostly for this gentleman here.
I'd add one thing that I didn't mention earlier, is on the canopy where the gas is at. Originally, they wanted the blue canopy, but that's not allowed in the overlay. And one thing they could do if they'd like is change the white letters on the canopy that says Chevron. That could be the blue, because that's the limit.
Mr. Torres, let me just ask you a question. Is it your position that with a monument sign like this, you'll be losing business?
Yes, simply because of less visibility. With obviously, like with any other gas station, that higher the gas station, the more visibility you can see from further out. And most people are loyal to a certain gas station or a certain brand.
Well,
So you look for that brand, and then you don't see that brand, then you go to your second brand.
so let me ask you this, if this monument sign were out there, is this not the brand that you look for?
Yes, that is the brand.
Chevron?
Yes.
Would that still not be visible in this kind of a format?
The issue is that we're going from, I believe it's a 24 or 28 feet tall sign with a good sign. So when you're talking about visibility, you're talking about, from longer distance, you can see it from far away, as opposed to see that as you're out the store. And since the store is wide, you don't recognize it as a shop.
Any other questions?
So, I have a question. Matter of fact, the blue, the pricing sign is relatively new. That's been introduced within the last 3 to 5 years. Is that correct? It's never always been blue for Chevron. For Chevron. Yeah, the pricing.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah.
changed, this is, the old one is just a different type of blue. The old Chevron is like a, more dark blue, and then another one with a brighter blue.
Because it's not an industry standard, but however, your regular shields are normally priced in red, and your diesel is normally shown in the price of green. And that's how you differentiate whether or not a service station normally sells diesel or just, unleaded fuels. And of course, the blue is now for the non-ethanol. Blue hoses, blue everything. And really and truly, my opinion is that people look for the Chevron, they don't look for the blue pricing. And I will just tell you to go back to your leadership or your supervisors and say, we push back because I think the monument sign is in accordance with our ordinance, and I'm more agreeable to a variance of blue on the monument sign. So we'll give some if y'all get some.
Again,
Mr. Torres, let me ask you a question. If the variance is not granted, what will Chevron's position be then?
and we will go with whatever the next step is. I mean, at this point, I can't say that, we're gonna come back here and I'll be in front of you in a couple of months asking for a monument sign, because it's a corporate decision. It goes through many stages before it reaches me. I was under the impression that, being that the sign is already, up there, it's been there for a while, that it would be easy to just truck faces on it. Now, if we can do, say, the blue panel there, what would we do, an external panel and just put the LEDs up there and just leave that big sign like that? Is that a possibility?
Well, I'm not gonna speak for anyone but myself, but I probably would prefer to see the monument sign as well. You know, your people have asked you to push back on us, and we are representing the city. We want the city to look good. We want to push back on them. So, you know, I don't want to have a standoff here or anything, but I think I might be inclined to go with the blue color on a monument sign. I mean, as my compatriot said, you give a little, you give.
Understood.
Council, any other?
So this is my only question. So at this one that's across from Berwick, I mean, that one's obviously acceptable to Chevron. You don't have a big tall sign here, do you?
No, and again, it's simply because there is an already existing tall sign there that people know. You know, that's what we're trying to keep. People know that store already, everybody knows that sign, everybody knows the store, so we want to keep that.
Well, obviously, we changed our monument signage, we changed our signage to monuments for a reason, because we felt that was more aesthetically pleasing. Very much supported by our citizenry. So. Any other questions before we vote to approve or disapprove of the variance?
Randy, can you state again the option about blue sign lettering?
And so if they would like to have a little bit better branding on the canopy, right now it's a white canopy with white letters that say Chevron. The actual letters that say Chevron could be their blue. That would be allowable in the overlay, because that's their look.
And I'm going to assume that they knew this before.
Yeah, we've spoken about it. The ARB looked at this, I went to them because it's in the overlay, and they were against the variance unless they would do the monument. They said if they did the monument sign, they would recommend for the variance to do the blue.
Council, any other questions?
Do you have anything else?
This is what we're talking about, and it's part of the kind of.
Yeah, so the blue, so the white letters right there, they can do those with blue.
Can we see that a little bit closer? Sorry, because that's not in our packet.
You normally you would have the blue with the light blue, you know, with the Chevron.
They could do that without any.
Yeah, that's not very.
Yeah, that's allowed by right, yes.
The blue fascia,
No, the letters.
the letters.
The letters
were allowed.
that say Chevron.
But they could go with this and not do anything.
That's, they can do, just like it is right now,
As it is, with white,
as
not do
is, it's
anything.
okay.
Just leave it as is.
Council, any other questions?
So our question is they can leave it just like this, and our question is does this look better or does this look better?
That's right, they want to change the grid.
But they can leave it just like that.
Right now, because it's legal non-conforming.
Right.
Legal non-conforming, but as long as they don't do anything to touch it, it can stay like it
And they can change out face panels and all as long as they meet the current colors and they don't enlarge it.
Is there any option to do away with that whole sign altogether and let them create a little larger volume sign?
Entirely
That
up
would
to
be,
council.
that would be something that would be a good negotiating deal, is get rid of that pole sign in its entirety and maybe allow a little larger monument sign.
So right now, they're allowed to go 8 foot tall. Is what's allowed by the
Or
code.
we go to 10 feet maybe?
I think that's what Steve was basically saying, was if you were willing to get away from the tall and go with the monument, maybe we'd be more inclined to do color.
And I, you know, I would be more inclined to do the color. I'd be more inclined to, you know, raise it to 10 or 11 feet.
But that can be an emotion.
But that pole sign would have to come down all of this entirety.
But he's not in a position to.
He would only, I mean, that, he would take, whatever y'all vote and say tonight, he would take that back and
So the
incorporate.
first step then would be either to,
Approve or
first step would
deny.
be to approve or deny this variance. And then after that, then we can go.
Table, so we can talk.
But you can- the color variant, as long as it's on a, if this is the way you are looking at it, as long as it's on a monument style sign, and the current sign comes down completely. And then if y'all want to say they can go to 10 foot instead of 8 foot, all of that can be in your motion. You can make that as an approval if you like. But they're asking for a variance to use the color, is what they're asking.
So approve the variance with conditions.
That's right.
Although it's not at all what he's really asking for.
Well, this is what we're gonna
Yeah.
do.
All
All
he's
right.
asking for is the color.
Randy, help me with this wording.
On the big
All right,
sign.
so if you are in agreement,
We need to bring it to the monument too.
then you would make a motion to approve the use of the blue color on the pricing signage, as long as they take down the existing freestanding sign and replace it with a monument sign.
With a brick base.
Brick base, and then it's up to y'all whether y'all want to increase the height or
Well,
10
but
foot.
they already knew that coming.
Yeah, let's see.
So 8 foot's allowed, so, but y'all by right in your conditions on all this for taking down a taller sign can grant them a higher.
All right, well, the chair will entertain the following motion to approve a blue color change with removal of existing pole sign with a 10-foot variance. Monument sign.
Monument sign with a brick
Monument
base.
sign
Brick base is what
with a brick
it
base.
is.
With a brick base. You want me to repeat that?
And then, see, that would go back to ARB, the new rendering, and then they would make a recommendation to go on that, if that's the way the corporate wants to
So the motion, the chair will entertain, approve a blue color with removal of existing pole sign with 10-foot monument with brick base. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Councilmember Scholar. Is there a second? I'll second. Second by Councilmember Fussell. All in favor? Motion carries.
do. Amanda Steiner, before you the letter, we should report and see what they say.
Next up, we are
All right.
ARB.
Yeah, back to city council, and the next item is the ARB Planning Commission verbal report. So the ARB met on December 15th, and they approved a building sign for combat boots to the boardroom, which is located across the street. And they also approved a building sign for T-Mobile, which is in the Food Line Shopping Center. They're changing their logo a little bit. They're adding a dot right now, so like one dot, and it's changing to two. They had two options. One was their color that they use, that bright, and with that as the background and white letters, and ARB had split it around other ways. And then the planning commission met one time in December, on December 19th. They approved a revised site plan for in-market out at Belfast Commerce Center. You remember, it's been a while, they had an approval for in-market out there, but they've been working with the county trying to get a road encroachment permit. In-market wanted 2 drives on the Belfast Commerce Center, and they have not been able to work that out with the county, so they've revised their site plan where they'll just have 1 drive off of Belfast Keller Road, and then another drive interior to the site.
That's the one that was in the site plan.
Lot 15A out of Belfast Commerce Center, yes. They have one very similar on Highway 80 at Louisville Road, that type of stuff.
Council, any questions, other questions about the verbal report?
They also made an approval for building elevations for Port Royal Townhomes, and they recommended approval of the preliminary plat for Port Royal Townhomes. That'll come back here next week. And then the next item I have is the disapproval of the reappointments of Lloyd Triple Cooper and Charles Blanks to the Planning Commission.
Council, any questions about reappointing these 2 gentlemen to the planning commission?
Make that motion to reappoint them.
Motion to reappoint made by Councilmember Fussell. Is there a second? Second by Councilmember Ward. All in favor? Motion carries.
And the last item is the approval, disapproval of the reappointment of Jack Giddens to the ARB/HPC.
That's the Historic Preservation Committee. Ms. McKnight,
I'll make a motion, we reappoint Jack Gibbons to the ARB HPC.
Councilmember Scholar makes a motion. Is there a second? Second by Councilmember Fussell. All in favor? Motion carries.
That's all I have for
That's only a 2-year term.
Council, any communications? I have one. Go Dogs. Anything else?
Hail to the victor. Never mind.
Somebody's daughter was all over TV.
Yes, she was, right at midnight, wasn't my son? Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that participated in all the Christmas festivities for the city. It was amazing. Every event was amazing. So, you know, some great staff that put a lot of time and energy into that and efforts are not unnoticed.
Was it Hallmark?
It was
Fred?
a Hallmark Christmas, so we have,
Christmas.
Don and I have talked about plans for next.
Council, hearing no other business, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Councilmember Fussell. Is there a second? Second by Councilmember Cost. All in favor? The motion carries. We are adjourned. That's not
Hey, Riley. Thank you.
I'm looking at the clock.
Where's the clock?
Right there. We used to have there. Yeah, it was up there.